Today we are checking out A Boy and His Blob, Trouble on Bloblonia, created by David Crane for the NES in 1989. Now check out this beautiful manual here. You don't see them like this anymore, and if you didn't see this manual back then, you had no idea how to play this game, because this explains everything on how it goes. You start the game, and you listen to a wonderful Indiana Jones theme, but right after the start screen, it just dumps you straight into the game. No screen on how to play the game or nothing. It's just, here you go, good luck. So the point of the game is to feed jelly beans to your little blob friend here, and those jelly beans turn some into different tools, such as Apple Jacks, licorice turns them into a ladder, tangerine into a trampoline. But you need to collect enough treasure in order to buy vitamins at the health food store we just saw there. So let's go ahead and go down to the subway to start. We have to now go below this floor. So we're going to give him a punch jelly bean, which will punch a hole in the floor. See, there we go. Whistle, he comes back. Now you're going to hear me whistling a lot. It's because I'm hitting the wrong button. I just didn't get used to that. So to get our first treasure up there, we're going to go ahead and use a licorice ladder. That turns him into a ladder. We'll go ahead and climb up. And grab our first treasure. Climb back down, and now we have to go to the next lower level. Now the problem with this game is, if you don't know where you're at, you're going to die. So we just fell. We're dead. Let's try this again. Closer from the treasure, turn into a hole, and we're gonna die again. You die in this game a lot. So let's try in this spot, about 2 screens over. Give another punch jelly bean. And there we go, there's our first enemy. Now this game doesn't really have a lot of enemies on the first stage, but they're also hard to get through when you do find them. So let's go to the right of this guy this time. There we go. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and keep going. Make sure we bring a little friend with us. Now see, like a lot of the screens, they're empty. There's just nothing there. You just keep running and running. There's just nothing there. So I need to jump down this big hole here. Since they can't see, I'm going to turn them into an umbrella with the vanilla jelly bean and float all the way down. Some more treasure. We have a spider web, so we'll go and use a cinnamon jelly bean that turns them into a blowtorch, because if you've had cinnamon gum, it's kind of spicy, so I guess that's what they're going there. You see whistling again. Give him this jelly bean, turn him into a blowtorch, and go through that. Got some cocoa pebbles or rocks or whatever those things are. Cocoa Puffs. Let's turn them into a umbrella. There we go. Alright, so go in here. Now if you run too fast and you get hit in the front, you're dead. And I have no lives left. And that's just how it goes. So at this point you would actually start over from the beginning of the game. So I played through again. Now I'm trying to get this diamond up here, and man, I can't. You have to be point on with your jumping on this game. So let's kind of see how long this takes. This takes about a minute. I timed it. So this is sped up for you guys, so you have to keep watching this. And now I got him, finally. Now I have to stop and get off. Now, I will admit something. I'm using Game Genie cheat codes in order to make myself invincible a lot of the times, because I spent hours trying to get past these levels. And like I said, you have to replay the entire thing over. So you take a cola bean, and it turns you into a bubble. Now, if you hit these points here from these stalactites or stalagmites, whatever they are, it'll pop your bubble. But again, I'm using a Game Genie cheat code to film this thing. Trying to get this treasure. Yeah, I don't know how you would. I was so tense playing this game, but it is fun. See, I popped the bubble. I would have died, but if I would have died, I would have gotten the treasure and kept it anyways, as long as I had my lives. So we're gonna go ahead and go back up to the top and get out of the sewers and below the sewers. So we're giving him an Applejack jelly bean, turns him into a jack, which is gonna pop off the lid of our manhole. And go ahead and turn him now into a licorice ladder and climb on out of this thing. And go cash in our treasure. So you see where it says TR equals 4, that means I have 4 treasures left over. So I could have gotten more, but this should be enough to continue on. So we'll go ahead and go to the Vita shop here. And it says your treasures allow you to buy an assortment of 6 vitamins, I guess. Vitamin A, B, and C. C is, I believe, calcium, so that's oranges. B and A, I forget. So we'll give him a root beer jelly bean. Now we'll turn this into a rocket ship. And we'll blast off to Bloblonia, the Blob's home planet. I love that 8-bit sound in the background. So now we're landing on his planet. It's daytime, and on this planet they have grass and sky, and we can breathe on it, so I guess it has the same atmosphere as Earth. So this has kind of the same enemies, except now they're just junk foods. Like, I think these are marshmallows. They look like marshmallows, so you just gotta kind of time them and go through. Oops. Time them again. And see, the music is still playing from when we got up there, and now it just stops. And it starts again. So there we go. So you just keep going and going with the marshmallows here. Just gotta time them. Now, I think you could probably use a coconut jelly bean and destroy all these things, but the cherry bombs, oh man, you gotta get away from those. If you're near them when they explode, you're dead. So if I give them a coconut jelly bean, turns them into a little coconut here, and we'll just roll them. And apparently that wipes out all the enemies through the next few screens. See, he just blew them all up. Oh, now we got popcorn, because it's corn maze. Now we're going to enter a building, and that wasn't edited down that much. I edited maybe a few screens, but it goes pretty quick, this game at this point. So now you got to use your Vita Blaster here to blast these marshmallows. You just keep blasting them until they're all gone. See, we're using the Vitamin C Blaster. That's the one we got a little bit ago at the vitamin shop. Now you got sweet teeth, or sweet tooths that you need to run through. Just kind of time these out. And in these, I guess there's nothing comes down there. Now you got these little Hershey Kisses or whatever. You just blast them until they're gone. Go to the next screen, and now you wind up with these gingerbread men. Apparently these gingerbread men were supposed to attack you, but they didn't do it. They were just graphics still. So we have a lime jelly bean that we're going to give them, and again, this is not sped up that much. Grab our lime key, like key lime pie, and there's the evil king. We're already at the boss level, and I am not kidding how fast that went. So our little guy's trapped, we can't get to him, so we have to figure out what to do. So I threw in jelly beans, he can't reach it, so I gotta kind of give him a running start, and give him an Applejack jelly bean, or an apple jelly bean. There he goes, he eats his apple jelly bean, he scoots over, hits the jar up there of vitamins apparently, and that kills the king, and that's it, game's over. This maybe took me about an hour and a half once I finally got good with it to finally go. And that's it. The game is over. We kind of explained what happened. There's the rightful good king, I guess. And then at that point, the theme music plays, and the game goes back to the start screen. That's it. It's a pretty short game. Now they did create a remake of this game for the Nintendo Wii and Switch, which we'll go ahead and look at real quick right here. Looks like a pretty fun game. I hope to play it eventually and maybe show you guys this game. It's not really a retro game, but it's a remake of a retro classic. Well, hope you enjoyed this episode of FDR Retro Gaming and Tech, and if you like this type of video, we'll come back and watch some more. Till next time, thank you for watching FDR Retro Gaming and Tech.